Liniment versus.
Versus. Welcome to the local beat. And finally, we got the man, the myth, the legend, J-Looon. What's up?
What's good?
How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Good. Feeling good.
Yeah.
I've been excited to come do this. Been waiting, honestly.
Well, that was kind of my fault. I was kind of hesitant to reach out to you.
No,
but
it's all good.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was kind of hesitant.
I got hyped. I got hyped. There's not a lot of people doing this.
And then finally, I think after a while, I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna reach out there. Who cares? If he says no, oh well. I've been shot down before.
Nah, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. Well, welcome to the show. All right. First thing, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell everybody where you're from, where you're based at, and just the general things like that. Where you grew up at.
Yeah, I go by J-Looon or subname Lowlife, but mainly J-Looon. Been Porterville my entire life. 24 years of living. Been in Porterville. Been around, hopping around, moving around Porterville, but never really left here. I honestly haven't been too many places outside of like Fresno, and yeah, I've just been repping Porterville day one.
Do you have any siblings? You have any brothers, sisters, anything like that?
I got 3 older brothers, so I'm the baby of the family.
You baby?
I got 3 older brothers.
Me too, that's right. I'm the youngest. I have 3 brothers too. Right on.
Right.
Who are your music artists that you grew up listening to? Right? Who are your earlier influences, I would say, overall?
That's like one of the, I get that asked like quite a bit, like when I'm hanging out with friends, but the crazy part is like I never really had like an interest for rap when I was younger. I never even in a million years would have thought I would ever write anything. And so I didn't really listen to too much people outside of like when I was growing up, like of course Eminem. Listened to Gangstar. That got dabbled in that because my brothers were always bumping that.
Yeah.
They actually had rap before me, so I guess that's kind of what wrote me in. But other than that, like I grew up listening to like Prince, Temptations, like all just old school stuff that's not even rap.
That's cool. That's tight. I would not expect you to say Prince.
I gotta bump
not
that
Temptations.
Gotta bump that.
That's a curveball right there. I like that. So you said that you never really thought about that at that time. At what point in your life did you say, you know what, let me try this out? I think I can do this.
I think it was like around 13, like, and freshman coming straight into high school. My older brother, second oldest, he was always going out with his friends. I never really knew what he did. And then one day, like, I just borrowed his MP3, and then I was hearing some songs on there, and he had a freestyle track of him and his homies just freestyling. And ever since I heard that song, it was like the best shit I ever heard. And that just made me want to like try to rap right then and there. And it took a while, like a month or so, and the first time I tried, I just hated what I wrote. I was just embarrassed for even trying it. Just crumpled it up, threw it behind the TV, and I was like, I'm never going to try that again. A couple months later, and then I got back into it and never stopped.
I guess last night and leading up to this interview, I was preparing, so I was going through your SoundCloud and stuff, and I noticed you have a high volume put out. Like, you just beat after beat after beat. Even on Instagram, I see you putting out beat after beat after track. And is there like a strict schedule that you stick to, or is it just like just a natural, like, you know what, that's just what I do, so I don't need a schedule? Or
it's like I think it's like the same, like as soon as I rolled up and I was like, "What, you been working on any music?" You're like, "Oh, I'm always working on music."
Right.
It's the same way with me. Like if I'm not at work, but I'm just want to go home. As soon as I get off work, I'm going home to make some music. If I don't have anything important to do, I just love to make music. Just like I really love to make music just so I could hear it myself. I guess that's why I make so much, because I'm always like eager to hear more. I usually love making music in the morning, so like, as soon as I get up, that's my favorite time.
I get that. I get that. Okay. And I was going through your music, and I was listening, and I was noticing your range as far as lyrics and your flow. You have a really wide range. I give you an example. Vagabond.
Oh yeah.
Type track. That one, you seem like a real aggressive type flow and style. But then on guitar picks, it's like the polar opposite too. and then there's other tracks all in between. Is that by design, or is that natural, or you just go with the beat and flow, or?
It is more of like the beat, like every sound just makes me feel something different. I would definitely say though, Vagabond, when I was younger, like a lot more younger, I'm 24 now, Vagabond got put out maybe like a handful of years ago, and I was definitely more aggressive back then when I was younger, just always wanted to just literally kill a beat, but my flow switched up from here and there, but I do love to go back and forth from like the aggressive rap to some smooth rhythm and stuff like that, yeah.
So telling me that you don't produce your beats, right? So you obviously you get other beats, right? How do you pick your beats? Because one thing I noticed, like, one, you like a lot of samples. I noticed that you like samples.
Yeah, definitely.
So is that a big part of your decision, right? How much sampling in it, or what's the sample being used, or is it just like that beat is tight? It just so happen to have a sample in it.
Yeah, I think it is just a combination of everything. I do love the samples, but sometimes I'll be on a beat that I won't even know what the sample is until someone's like, "Hey, that's from that song," and I'm like, "Oh, it is." Yeah. But it's like as soon as I hear a beat from like the very millisecond it starts, I don't know if anyone else feels this, but you could tell if that beat's just gonna be the one. As soon as that beat starts, I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna get my pen out already."
But I know you keep mentioning the pen. Are you a pen to pad person, or are you phone type?
Man, I used to write pen to pad way back in the day, and I used to do it all the time. And now I type on my laptop. It's weird. So I'll write on my laptop, and then I'll probably like rewrite another draft onto my phone, and then I'll read it. Honestly, I wish I need to go back to pen to pad.
Yeah.
Respect to pen and pad.
Pen to pad.
So easy to lose digital stuff, and I've lost digital stuff so much times.
One of the things that I like pen to pad is because after you wrote it so many times, so many different ways, you almost instantly learn it.
Yeah, so that's true.
It's just like I mean, there's a reason why your school teacher made you write your words 5 times each, you know, because if you write it so many times, you're gonna learn it. That repetition.
For real.
So
definitely need to get back to that pen to pad.
Okay, let me see. Your art cover. Your art cover is. I don't know what to say, but who does your art cover? I guess that's what I'm saying. Who does your art cover, or is that you? Is it a mix, or?
A lot of them I do find myself, or try to make myself, or dig from just the depths of online. But from the last project I released, that I Hate Everything Volume 2, that cover was made by one of my homies. He goes by Squatch. Yeah. And he's dope, like photographer, editor, and yeah, he gets down with the graphic design.
Okay. Alright. Now, this one for you. On your Instagram, you stated, wait a minute, I want to make sure I get this right. It said I'm just trying my best to be happy.
I know what you're going to say.
You know what I'm talking about? And garbage artists?
All the garbage artists, yeah. I'm just trying my best to be happy and strangle all the
garbage artists.
And that's like just sending shots there, because I am completely just like, I shut my brain off of a lot of music from today. Like, it does not affect me in any positive way, and I feel like it affects me negatively. There's a lot of good artists of today, I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of good ones. I'm not trying to talk trash on everyone, but I'm talking trash mainly to like a lot of the people that, I don't know, they just feel like they could always use auto-tune as a crutch. You gotta do some more than yeah, yeah. Like that's who I'm coming for. Coming for you.
Woo! Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, that shit be sounding tight though.
There is some catchy ones that get me.
I ain't gonna lie, it does get you though. I ain't gonna lie,
get me like.
They get you.
I don't even want to mention that. There's some that get me, and I'm just like, they got that little rhythm, and I guess I do try to. It does inspire me honestly, and I think it affects me also negatively when I shut my mind off from a lot of music, because I've done that for so long, and I lost inspiration, and then I found myself when I would be riding in my homies' cars with them on the passenger, and like I listen to whatever they're listening to. As much as I'm against it, I do hear a lot of stuff that is, I'm like, oh, that was good.
Like, who is that?
So, really? Okay.
What are your goals as far as, what are your long-term and short-term goals in the music industry? What do you hope to achieve?
That's a great question. But honestly, from the very first day I started till I feel now, I've never really ever started writing or making music for any, like, oh, I'm gonna make it big, I'm gonna get it, like, you know, I'm trying, like, because that's not to what music is to me. Music, because I feel like that's forcing yourself, like you put pressure on yourself that's not needed, that you need to get out of this spot.
Right.
I can't make music unless I want to make music. So for my long-term goals, I would say, honestly, I'm just trying to make as many tracks, as many songs, collabs, projects that I can make to leave behind. Like, I just want, even if I hold the record for the most songs with the least hits, no hits, I'm gonna go down as the most songs. Like,
I've never heard anyone say that. That's a new one.
I'm gonna leave behind as much songs as I can, and honestly, if I happen to get noticed in the process and people dig it, then that's another feather in the cap. But just making music, I want to stay in love with music. I don't ever want to fall out like how I did it like a year or so ago. I had no motivation for it. Now I'm back, and I just want to stay in this mind state and keep working with people, especially with someone like you, like meeting people like you that have like good personalities, good vibes. It's dope.
This is probably going to be like the one question. This is probably going to be like my question I ask everybody, and I kind of like this question. So, if you could have a perfect show, don't worry about the money, any venue, how would that go? And before you answer, let me give you an example, right? Say, like, for me, because I'm from Mississippi, right? The perfect show for me would be like, you familiar with like duplexes, right? Yeah. Where I'm from, like, I lived in like a low-income area where it's just filled with duplexes, right? And so I would do a show like on top of my old house, and with me it would be David Banner and Big Crit, because those are two artists from Mississippi also, and it would be in my old neighborhood.
I'm just picturing all that right now.
Yeah, see, just me on top of my old house, just doing this. That would be my perfect show.
That sounds super clean.
So, what would be your perfect show?
A perfect show would probably, honestly, like I always said this, and if I ever even made $1 million, I would stay in Porterville no matter what. So I would love to have just like a gigantic, I don't know, a gathering of everyone that I've known, just all my family, all my friends' family, all my homies I rap with, just a huge gathering in Porterville, and just like a mob down Main Street of all of us just walking, completely blocking the roads, just mic'd up, whether it's on a float or just walking. I've always pictured that since back in the day, just a mob of everyone just walking down Main Street, speakers blasting, and every like part of Main Street has a speaker on it and the mic connected. And that would be the dopest thing. I don't know if it'll ever happen or if it's possible, but I see it. I would love to do something like that.
Alrighty.
Porterville.
That's it.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a
3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? This is. Hold on, I'm 5. Alright. 2, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Unlimited. Right. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, I was busy for a long time, trying to get through these days, and you ain't seen me in a long time. Grandma, I'm on my way. I was busy for a long time.